Okay. In the part one part of the IELTS exam speaking part, you might be asked questions such as this one. Uh, why are vacation holidays important to you? Or where do you like to go on vacation holiday? What do you usually do on vacation holiday? Or what do you like to do when you have a day off from work? These type questions are just simple and straightforward. The examiner is not expecting you to give a long answer. You'll be giving your longer answers in part two. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, why are vacations, holidays important to you? Why are they important to you?
Well, I think that vacations are very important for everyone to just take a little bit of time to relax, enjoy your day with your family, go travel to other countries and just enjoy some new experience.
Okay,
So it's a healing time.
okay. And where do you like to go on vacation or holidays?
Usually, I like to spend them with my family. I don't care if I don't going or traveling in all of my vacations. So
Mhm.
it doesn't matter for me as long as I'm happy.
Okay. And what do you usually do on vacation?
I like to begin my vacation with. I usually begin them with a lot of enthusiasm, and I like to do my or catch up on my habits, or the ones that I haven't been able to do them because of very busy schedule of work or study. So I usually like to do my habits all over again.
Okay. And what do you usually do on vacation?
As I said before, I don't care. As long as as long as I'm having a good time. I sometimes I would go outside with my friends to restaurants, enjoy our evening and time. Other times I would spend them doing some other leisure activities.
Okay. Okay, so when you have a day off from work, if you work, what do you usually do when you have a day off?
It really depends on my mood that day. A lot of times I would just take it to relax, stay at home, and think of what, think of nothing actually. But usually just take it for a relaxing time.
Okay. Now, that was the part one questions. Let's look at part two. In the part two, you'll be expected to speak at least 1 minute and up to 2 minutes. If you speak longer than two, I will ask you to stop. All right. So here is the first question that you might be asked. Describe a tourist attraction you once visited. You should say when you visited it, where is it situated, who you went with, and say what you liked most about it. Okay?
Sorry, I almost forgot the question. Can you copy and paste the question for me?
Sure, just let me do that.
Thank you.
Mm, mm, let's see. All right, I'll set my watch now for 2 minutes. And when you're ready, you may start. As soon as you start to talk, I will start the timer. Are you ready? Hello?
So
Okay. So so now you will describe a tourist attraction you once visited. You should say when you visited it, where is it situated, who you went with, and say what you liked most about it. And I'll immediately follow up with the part three questions. Okay? Whenever you're ready, you may start.
all right. So So I want to talk about a tourist attraction that I have visited before. It's Great Mountains. They are a very chain connected, a very long chain connected mountains located in Saudi Arabia. I remember I have that time when I have they were this that was the first time I have went there. After it was as a graduation gift for my family. I remember going there with my family and my cousins to enjoy, they thought that it would be a beautiful gift and it would be a reasonable gift for me as a graduation gift since I love hiking and I wanted to visit the place for a very long time, but it was very located very it was like out of our outside our city, so it was like in the suburb area. So I didn't get a chance to visit it before. I remember that I really liked the trip. We went there, hiked for a few hours. After that, we sat in a beautiful place between the mountains, and we that in a place that you can see the whole scene in front of you, the whole desert in front of you, and it was so huge, so beautiful. I remember that the weather so was really nice. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too windy.
Okay.
Not too warm.
Okay, so that would be 2 minutes there. Now I'm going to go into part 3. Is it better to travel alone or with a tour group?
Personally, I think it's better to travel with friends, especially friends, because I think it would be much nicer, much enjoyable when you go to a foreign country with someone that you know and you enjoy spending time with. So and it would be less scary than going alone.
Okay. And what makes a tourist attraction popular?
All right, that's a good question. I think one of the things that make a tourist place very popular is that one of the main reasons is that is the media, the influence of media. So we have a lot of media influence about Paris and the evil tower, for example. A lot of people when they think of Paris, they immediately think of tower. So, and it's all because of the media and the scenes that have been projected about the tower in many films. So I think media is a big one of the biggest reasons.
And what do you think are some of the advantages and disadvantages of going on vacation or the holidays during the low season?
Sorry, you're doing what?
Low season.
Well, I have two minds about this. I think that going going in a way to a tourist attraction place would be perfect for not having very crowded places. It would be easier for you communicate to communicate with the people of the town because they would be very welcoming and very it's only a personal opinion. I think that they would be very welcoming for tourists more than it would be if it would happen in a very crowded time. Um, and one of the disadvantages that it might it might you might not see a lot of the festivals that would have been held in time of tourism
Mhm.
in that country.
Okay, thank you very much. So that would be part one, part two, and part three. What do you actually, how do you feel about what you gave as your answer?
Well, I think in general it was a good day today, but I still can't manage stopping the poses and the sound like this.
Hmm. Okay, good. Well, it's
But in general,
good. It's good that you recognize that, and a few things. There are a lot of pluses in what you were able to do. You were able to speak at a sustained period of time of 2 minutes, and the answers that you gave to part one and part three were long enough and sufficient there too. What I did notice that is missing uh, were a couple of things. One would be the vocabulary choice. You had limited vocabulary, and what you need is more academic vocabulary words. For example, I wrote down, I forget what it was that you said, but maybe you said something like nice, but it could be fantastic. You were talking about the weather and you use one syllable words. You want to focus on 3 syllable words when you talk about the weather. The weather is good. The weather is phenomenal. The weather is wonderful. The weather is amazing. All of those equate to being good. And that's what
as
you're,
long as they are not.
yeah, as long as they are 3 syllables or more. That way you don't have to focus on any specific words. Just know that you're looking for words that are 3 syllables or more, and 3 syllable words or more are always considered academic. Okay. The second thing is the choice of transitional phrases. You use the word and, but you
Yes.
could say however, you could say in addition, you could say for this reason, you could say also, and not just and. And the last thing would be uh, phrasal verbs. If you could use some phrasal verbs on top of hand over, hang in, set back, those are academic, not academic, but phrasal verbs that would be quite useful and boost your score. Okay. And if you,
Uh, I, sorry, I have a question about you said it is a verb. One of the examples was hand over, right?
you could
Hand
say
over.
hand over. Mhm.
So can you use it in a sentence?
Mm,
So like hand over your
yes.
passport under your
When I was taking a vacation, I decided I would go out of the country and I had to hand over my passport to the ticket agent. Uh, while sitting in the restaurant, my mom asked me to hand over the menu. And then if you really want to go for a bigger boost in your score, if you could use a an idiom. Um, when traveling to the US, it cost me an arm and a leg, but I really wanted to go. When I first met my boyfriend, I knew he was the apple of my eye. I was head over heels for him, those types of things. Other than that, your voice is very good. Your voice is very clear. You enunciate your words clearly. And with just adding those few tips and tricks that I just mentioned, you should get a very good score for for yourself. Okay. Would you like to try yet another one or
yes, yes, please.
all right, so this one would be about let's see. Let me see if there's another one in here. No, there isn't. There's not another one on this page. All right, this one's still about uh, vacations. So describe a vacation or holiday you would want to go on in the future. In the future. So you should describe where you want to go, when do you want to go, Who do you want to go with, and explain why you want to go on this vacation?
Correct.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you need 1 minute to think about it?
yes, please.
Okay, I'll set my timer for 1 minute.
Begin with speak about a place that I really wish to go to in the future for a holiday. It's actually in my bucket list. I really would like to go there. It's called the Salt Lake. I remember I've seen it somewhere in my social media. I don't remember even where it is located, but I know that it's located in Europe. So it's like a lake that is covered in salt. So when you look at it, you can see the reflection of the sky on the lake itself. So it looks like a mirror when you look at it from from way a distance. I remember seeing the photo. I was very amazed and breathtaking seeing that photo, and I immediately thought that I would really like to go to some place like this in the future. I don't think that I would necessarily go with someone in particular. I would just wish that I go there with someone that I enjoy, that I would enjoy their company, and I enjoy talking to them. So I wouldn't mind whether they are family member or friend of mine. So I wouldn't mind either of.
Okay, thank you. Now, why do some people prefer to travel within their own country and not abroad?
I think those people might fear the language barrier sometimes, because when you go outside, usually when you go abroad, it would be a foreign country, that you, sometimes you wouldn't be able to speak their language, and it would impose them a lot of problems. So they might fear going there, especially if they face an emergency situation.
So, so what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of booking vacations and holidays online?
One of the advantages is that you can book an appointment, or you can book a place to an accommodation place to sleep at in very fast when you clicks. So it's only few clicks away. Also, I think that you can it's sometimes much cheaper than booking or calling them in person, calling the place in person. Another disadvantage is or a disadvantage of such doing is that you might get you might get you might get tricked, and it might be a fraud. So especially if you are dealing with some website that is not trusted. So you have to make sure that
Mm.
it's a trusted website.
Okay. Do you think people are prepared for emergencies when they go on vacation or holidays?
I don't think that people are prepared for any emergency in their life,
Mhm.
in their own country. So I think it will be a very stressful situation and very difficult to handle. But as long as they are going to a country with an advanced level of healthcare system, it would be much easier than going to a country that cannot provide good care.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you. So those are good. All of your responses were good. In part two, you did give a idiom. I forget what it was, but I did recognize the idiom. I didn't hear as many transitional phrases as I would like to have heard. I heard a lot of ands again.
Yeah, I only added also.
Not so, yeah, I got the also, But you can have, however, for this reason, in addition, there are many that you can think of. Um, for some of the words, I think you could have used a broader vocabulary. You still had some one syllable words instead of three syllable words that you could have used. So let's take a look at where you could have made a change. Uh, I won't necessarily need you to speak for 2 minutes, but I'll make corrections as you go. Describe a vacation or holiday you want to go on in the future. You should say where you want to go, when you want to go, who you want to go with, and explain why you want to go on this vacation. And you mentioned the word Eiffel Tower. It's Eiffel, Eiffel, Eiffel. Okay.
So do you want me to
Yes. Describe a vacation or holiday you want to go on in the future. It's the one that you just did.
so you want me to
Answer. Mm-hmm.
answer again?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Well, it doesn't matter. Just start over. It doesn't matter. You can just start over if you had not been asked.
All right. So I would like to go to apply to a place that is I'm not even sure of its name, but it's like it's a salt lake that is located in Europe.
Okay, let's stop there. I want to go to a place. I want to go to the location, which is three syllables, replacing the word place to location. Okay. I'd like to go to the location where there is black water or whatever it is that you were saying. Okay. When? Okay, continue.
So this place is covered almost with salt all over the place, all of the over the lake, and
Okay. This place is covered entirely. Entirely. Entirely is three syllables. Entirely with.
so it's covered entirely with salt.
Okay, no, now so, and I know I'm interrupting you, but just so you say, you say it's covered entirely with whatever. So don't. It's not so, but also not just
It's covered entirely with salt.
okay. And in addition,
In addition, that in addition, you can say you can see your reflection, or the reflection of the sky in the whole sky in from away distance. When you see the lake.
hmm
I remember I saw this place, this location in a photo in social media. I remember that I was